Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I just filmed this look, so I don't know, it will be up either after this video or before this video, but it will be up. Yeah, anyway, okay. Today I thought I would do a video on my fitness journey. I have now lost 20 kilos after having my second child. So I thought I would do a video with 5 things that I found to be helpful for me and my journey. You know, things that I found useful along the way that maybe I thought I wish someone would say. So here I am doing a video. Okay, first things first is tracking calories. So initially when I was trying to lose weight after having Henry, so he's 7 now, so this is a while ago, I dropped down to 1200 calories a day and I was doing endless cardio. And I did lose the weight. I became like straight up and down, very being Polish, and I would not be able to eat anything extra. I would just gain it all back like that. It was really hard to maintain that level. And so eventually, as time went on, like my weight just kept kind of creeping up a little bit. It would never get like high or anything. But like my lowest I got down was like 57.5 kilos. And I know scales don't really mean much, but for what I was doing at the time, I wasn't building muscle, so it probably was pretty accurate. It was just, yeah, 57.5 kilos. And then when I fell pregnant with Charlotte, I was 62.5 kilos. So, you know, I crept up, like I wasn't maintaining that low weight. And I just, yeah, tracking calories helped me. So what I'm getting to now is don't drop your calories too low. I dropped them down to 1200 calories thinking, right, that's it, calorie deficit, I'm gonna lose the weight. You will, but your body can't sustain it. You'll put your body into starvation mode. So after a while, be it 2 weeks, a month, a couple of months, eventually your body will stop and you will plateau and you will not be losing weight. If you have, it depends on how much weight you have to lose. If you start and you're quite heavy, like I know I watched my 600 pound life, it's a guilty thing of mine. I wouldn't say pleasure, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, I watched that show and they put them on a 1200 calorie a day diet. That's because they have so much weight to lose, so they have so much weight to lose. If like me, you know, you have like 20 kilos to lose, please don't drop your calories too low. At the moment, I am sitting on, oh, what am I sitting on? I use MyFitnessPal to document everything that I eat. At the moment, I'm on 1,728 calories a day. Very specific. Yeah, so that actually sounds like quite a lot. Like that would have been so much for me years ago. When I was tracking calories, I would have felt like such a fatty. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna gain so much weight. So yeah, that is my number. That's what works for me and what my levels are at. So for you, I will put a link in the down bar to a website that calculates your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. You need to figure out how many calories you're burning just being you, just being alive, breathing, walking, you know, what sort of activity level you're at, how many calories are burnt just from eating food. You know, there's so many factors involved. So do your own little quiz there. It's pretty simple, it takes like 2 seconds. You will find out your BMR and then you can, you kind of cut that by a certain percentage. So for me, I am 2000 calories, that's my BMR. So for me to maintain my weight, I should be sitting at around 2000 calories a day. I'm still trying to lose fat and gain muscle at the moment. Oh, hello. I'm still trying to lose fat and gain muscle at the moment. So I'm now focusing more on macros. So moving on to number 2 is not just calorie counting, is focus on your macros, depending on what step of the journey you're at, what your end goals are. So for initially, I just wanted to lose fat. I had no idea about any of this, but I've been really educating myself and I read up on them more and more and watched more videos, you know, found more people on Instagram, all of that jazz. As you do when you become excited about a topic, you research the hell out of it. Macros are basically carbs, protein, and fat. So you need all 3 don't go cutting out one of them. You definitely don't need as much fat as you do, you know, protein and carbs. That is one thing I struggle with because fat is in so much. It's not just like, oh, you know, fried chicken. Fat is in a lot, like healthy fats as well. That's all included in the total. So, you know, having avocado or something, it all adds up. And I love eggs. That has healthy fats in them as well. It just all adds up. It's really hard to keep it down to a low amount of, you know, grams per day. So at the moment I'm trying to up my carbs. I try and have like 174 grams of carbs a day. I would like to say that I hit that target, but most of the time I don't. I end up around like 100 grams of carbs, if that. Like, I'm really bad with carbs. I thought I ate a lot of carbs. I love carbs, but apparently I don't. I love fat. That's the one thing that I'm trying to like cut down. So, but educating yourself on food, tracking it all in MyFitnessPal, and to look at each individual micro and macro nutrient on the foods that you're eating, you can help to slowly like realize like, okay, that has a lot of fat, that has a lot of protein, that's really good, that one's got my carbs. You know, you'll eventually, it'll become second nature. It's not an obsessive thing, it's just educating yourself as to what you're putting into your body. Yeah, so I try and have a lot of protein and carbs, minimal fat, and because my end goal is building muscle. So that leads us on to number 3. You need to establish what your goals are. It's all very well and good to, you know, restrict your calories, focus on your macros, all of this stuff, but you do need to have like an end goal in sight, because it's a long process and it can get really frustrating at times. Like, I have built muscle, and if I compare to like old photos, which I'll insert now, and you can go look at it on Instagram if you want. Follow me on Instagram, Catherine Rang. Anyway, if I look at old photos, obviously I can see a difference, but building muscle, like what I want, I'm not gonna go for like the giant booty, but I want like a peach booty, you know? I want a more rounded butt and like not as defined hip dips, those sorts of things. You really need to know what you're doing with exercise and really get that mind muscle connection. So I've been educating myself on that, but you need to have a goal in mind. So for me, I'm really working towards being able to wear a bikini one day. I'm still gonna have stretch marks, loose skin, all that beautiful stuff, because I've had 2 children, and I know I didn't carry the children technically on my thighs, but I have stretch marks there because I gained a lot of weight. So anyway, whatever, it's fine. Tip number 4 is cutting down on dairy and sugar. So this dairy is a bit different. Some people go well with dairy. For me, it doesn't really go well with my body. My body doesn't like it. But sugar, definitely cutting down on sugar will help you. When you are eating sugary things, like if you snack constantly during the day, each time you eat sugar, or any food really, it does raise your insulin levels, which is fine, but when your insulin levels are raised, your body will not burn fat. So if you're constantly snacking on sweet things during the day, like what I used to do, you're never gonna burn fat. Like, even if you do a workout that night and you're still within your calories for the day, it's gonna be really hard for you to get, like, you won't be getting the best results because you're not fueling your body correctly. So it really does come down to micronutrients as well as macronutrients. Don't eat crap food. I slipped over the weekend. We had people over and I had chocolate and, you know, things that I haven't had in ages, and then lo and behold, I've broken out like nobody's business because my skin hates sugar. It sucks. Anyway, it's fine. I'm no bitter. Sugar's not good for you anyway. Like, there are natural sugars, definitely, that's fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about like sugars in, you know, chocolate and cookies and just things that are basically, they're just there to be sweet and as a sugary snack. Like, there's no nutritional content to these food items. They're just there to be used as a treat. It's good not to overly restrict. Do whatever works. I find that it's kind of all or nothing with me. I do struggle. If I like let myself have a little bit, I'll end up eating more than that, and I just, yeah, it's all or nothing. So tip number 5 that I found is strength training, weight training. Don't be scared of getting bulk as a female. It's a really hard thing to do. We just aren't built that way. Hello, darling. Do you want to say hi in the video? Okay, you say hi in the video. Hi. There's you. You're cute. I love you. Okay, what was I saying again? Yeah, don't be afraid to build muscle. I've been lifting weights for quite a few months now, and like this is like the most, yeah, if I had a tan maybe it would look like more, but I definitely have more muscle definition going on, but it's not like a bulk, you know, thing. And I am quite petite at the top, so for me to have some definition is really good. I quite like that look. So yeah, I aim to do 5 sessions of strength training, weight training, whatever you want to call it, per week, and like 1 session of cardio. I really don't like cardio. I just don't like cardio. I know, yeah, they do say it's really good if you're going to do cardio, do HIIT cardio and do it after you do a strength training, weight training session. So if I am doing that, I'll do maybe like 40 minutes of strength training, and then I'll finish it with a half an hour of HIIT training, just because, yeah, at the end of like a full hour, I normally do like an hour and 20 minutes sometimes of strength training, I'll be too exhausted to really put in my like all into another workout on top of that. So yeah, just find what works for you. Like, don't start doing like an hour of strength training if you're just starting out. Like, it's, yeah, you gotta slowly work up to it. Like, I've been doing it now for a while, so I feel like it's better. I can lift heavier, I can do more reps, and you need to do, yeah, if your goal is to build muscle, you need to do progressive overload and train to the point of failure. And normally I do about 3 sets of 15 reps. Most exercises, depending on like the really heavy ones, I won't do as many reps just because it's heavy as hell and I will die. But yeah, normally I shoot for like 15, and then I do 3 sets of 15. And by the last rep, you should be really like struggling, like you feel like you're going to die. That sounds so horrible, but you feel like you just, so much pain, you literally cannot do it, and then doing like an extra on top of that, and then you reach the point, and that's what you want. That means that you know you're training your muscles correctly. If you're just doing all these reps and it's like, oh, so easy, so easy, so easy, this is fine, whatever, I can tell you right now you're not working your muscles properly and you're not getting the most out of your workout. So definitely, if your goal is to like get a nice booty, like what I'm doing, I do glute activation exercises. There's so many on YouTube. They're really good. It takes like 15 minutes of warming up just to really like lock on to your booty muscles and get them activated properly. And then when you're doing the exercises, really focus on what muscle you're trying to work out. So I don't do heaps of upper body, just like, you know, lifting the big bar. I do like a few little bits of upper body, but most of the time I'm doing legs, whereas my partner, he does pretty much all upper body. So yeah, it depends on what your goals are, what body part you want to work, what your body shape is as well. That's a big factor. For myself, I am a pear shape, so I have basically no boobs. I have no boobs. Not basically, I have no boobs, that's fine. I have no boobs. I'm very small up top, quite petite, and then I carry all my weight on my like hips, thighs, you know, that sort of area. So whenever I gain weight, it will go to my booty and my thighs. So that's like my stubborn area, I guess you could say. When I, oh hey, let her in, that's okay. Charlie, come here. Come here, it's baby. Oh, you're all disheveled. Come here, baby. Oh, everything's happening now. There you go. Okay. She looks wild. She just woke up from a nap. Alright, so on that note, I'm going to wrap up my video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please take a minute to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and comment below if you have any helpful tips that you found helped you work out, tone up, or you know, whatever worked for you. I'm all ears. Yeah, follow me on Instagram as well for any fitness updates and all of Charlotte updates. Hello, darling. Say bye. Say bye. You can say bye-bye. Look at you, you're so cute. Oh, Janet, you don't care. Okay.